finally student studying political science and international relations. Um, yeah, I'm from Tigray.
Cherinet Hariffo has been advocating for the end of war in Tigray 2 years. Hariffo exudes confidence, but admits to being afraid as he treks to the UN each Saturday from Temple University in Philadelphia. It is not the daunting public speaking that he fears, but the future of his country. Hariffo's buoyant optimism belies a youth spent in a squalid refugee camp in Kakuma, Kenya, where he witnessed humanity at its worst. Resilient from a young age, Hariffo fled Tigray in northern Ethiopia when he was 9 years old. That was the last day he ever saw his family.
Almost 2 years now. I haven't heard from my family, my friends, my cousins, my grandparents. I don't even know whether they are alive or dead right now.
Hariffo lived in the camp for 7 years, calling the conditions unbearable, with no more than a blackboard and a bench for school. That did not keep Hariffo from striving to learn. In the darkness of the camps, Hariffo's light shone brightly, making soccer balls out of trash, so he and the other refugees could play the game they deeply loved, but could not afford and would translate and interpret for the other refugees. Hariffo arrived in Philadelphia through the U.S. Refugee Admissions Program at 16. The passionate soccer player gravitated towards social activism, serving as an advocate to improve the future of kids' lives in refugee camps all over the world. Having once been deprived of basic rights, he wanted to give back to the community. Echoing JFK, Hariffo said in a solemn tone, "It is not what Tigray did for me, it is what I do for Tigray." In Africa at 13, Hariffo nearly succumbed to the disease, with no friends or family to help him. Having just graduated high school in November of 2020, war broke out in the Tigray region, claiming the lives of 600,000 and leaving millions of others living in severe harm. Hariffo shifted his focus from helping refugees to making it his mission to be the voice of his people. His goal is simple: peace. At the beginning of the war, Hariffo was voted onto the United Nations Council, which launched its Sustainable Development Goals in 2014. As part of the UN and UNICEF, Hariffo delivers weekly speeches to world leaders. Hariffo is geographically well positioned to promote his message in the United States, organizing hundreds of protests across 38 states since November of 2020. The pinnacle of his activism was meeting U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken on his 20th birthday. The emotional encounter gave hope to both Hariffo and his people. Hariffo wants to honor every African who has a burning desire to see positive change on their continent, and who, despite the corruption that has made them social outcasts, continue to shine a bright light in Africa. Hariffo does not draw inspiration from world leaders who have come before him in the assembly hall, but rather from his people who call him their hero. Despite his efforts, Hariffo feels he has not yet achieved anything, as peace has not been brought to his people. The war has been a learning experience for the 21-year-old who dreams that one day leaders will listen. So all Hariffo can do for now is share his culture with the world.